Hello friends! Today we are going to do a new project in Tinkercad, which is a model of automatic temperature controlled fan. It controls the fan by sensing the temperature. We follow this concept to do the project. So let's start. First of all, we need to choose the sensor to sense the temperature. We need the temperature sensor. So search for temperature sensor in component list. Yes, temperature sensor is here, TMP36. Just drag and drop it here. Name it as temperature sensor. You can see this sensor has 3 pins. The first one is the power pin, which can be connected to 2.7 to 5.5 volt. The middle pin is a Vout, will have an analog voltage that is directly proportional to temperature. The analog voltage is independent of power supply. And finally, the ground pin, which can be connected to ground. Now click on Start Simulation. Right click on this and you can see we can adjust the temperature by dragging this. When we drag to left, it will go to minus. If we drag to right, it will increase the temperature. Now we need a motor, a DC motor. Let's search for it. Yes, DC motor is here. So drag and drop it. This is having 2 terminals, terminal 1 and terminal 2. And here this will rotate. Then we need an LED as an indicator. As you know, LED is having 2 terminals, one anode and one cathode. Finally, select Arduino Uno. The fan does not connect to it. Instead, the motor rotates and the fan is assumed to be working. Let us connect the motor to any of the digital pins of Arduino. I'm connecting terminal 2 to D10 and terminal 1 to D12. Then we can connect the LED, connecting anode to D2 and cathode to D3. For the temperature sensor, first of all we need to give power. So connect the power pin to 5 volt pin of Arduino. So drag a wire from power pin and then connect it to 5 volt. Let's make the wire color red as it is the positive connection. Then connect the ground pin to any of the ground pins of Arduino. Let's connect it to this ground pin. Make the wire color black. Finally, we need to connect the Vout pin, as temperature sensor is an analog sensor and also is an input. Connect Vout to any of the analog pins. Let us connect it to A0. Let's make the color orange. Now, when this temperature sensor senses the temperature, the fan will be automatically controlled. It may be difficult to observe the rotation of motor, so we use this LED as an indicator of this. Now let's code it. Now we need to tell Arduino that which pin is input and which pin is output. Here A0 is output, D2, D3, D10 and D12 are output pins. So define that here. For analog input, we will write pin mode A0, input, as this is the input. So delete output and type input here. That must be in capitals. And for all other pins, we will write pin mode 2, output, pin mode 3, output, pin mode 10, output and pin mode 12, output. We need to initialize the serial monitor. That we should see on the serial monitor what value is read by temperature sensor. So initiate the serial monitor. First write the command initiate the serial monitor. Then write the syntax. And here in void loop we will command the pins to be high or low. First of all, we need to read the analog input. So write int sensor value equals analog read A0. So it's analog sensor and it's analog pin, so we'll write analog read and the variable sensor value, and the type is int, integer, so type int. To print the data of temperature sensor to the transmit pin, we need to include the syntax serial println. So type serial.println. Then apply a delay of 1 second. Now click on Start Simulation and we can see whatever value is read by temperature sensor. So we can see it in serial monitor. Just drag it to adjust the temperature and you can see here in serial monitor the value is keep changing. Analog input reads the temperature in voltage. So as in serial monitor, we see the values are in voltage. We need to convert it to degrees Celsius. For that we use some equations. Write those equations here. We use float type because we can get temperature in decimal values. So instead of integer type, we will write float. And here delete the sensor value and type temperature. So we will write TEMP. So this is a general equation for converting to degrees Celsius. Click on Start Simulation. And you can see temperature in degrees Celsius in serial monitor. So you can see the value is changing as we change the temperature here. Now we need to apply some conditions. As per those conditions, our motor must be controlled as well as the LED. The conditions are greater than 25 and less than 25. The first condition is if temperature is greater than 25, then the motor must be on, that the motor will be rotate and the LED must be on. So, right, if temperature is greater than 25, then make pins 2 and 10 high and 3 and 12 low. Digital write 2, high, then 3, low, 10, high and 12, low. So now with temperature is greater than 25, the motor will rotate with LED on. If it is less than 25, then motor will be off with LED off. So we need to code that too, that is else all the pins will be low. Let's make all the pins low. So here delete high and type low. Here also delete high and type low. And we will see that if the temperature is greater than 25, the motor will be on, and if the temperature is less than 25, motor will be off. Click on Start Simulation. And you can see the motor is off because the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. If we increase the temperature, the motor starts rotate and the LED is on. Now decrease the temperature and the motor stops rotating and the LED is off. So guys, try this project by yourself. We will meet again in next session with another project in Tinkercad. Till then, bye.